It's a lovely day, so I go for a walk across the campus. In the distance, I see Kyo and Minnie walking arm in arm. I guess they made up. Duck! I dodge quickly as someone flies overhead. Whoops, sorry about that. She retrieves her soccer ball. It's still a lot easier to control with my foot than with the spell. Well, you've got 3 more years of classes to work on it, right? True. Come kick some goals with me? Sure, I guess. Soon enough, our freshman year will be over. Next. What should I do this week? Okay, so we need to sleep. We're gonna go sleep. Fit. Study. I notice that Ellen is still in bed after I wake her up at the usual time to get on the phone a weekday. Are you feeling okay? I'm fine, I'm just staying in today. You're slacking off. Maybe I'm rubbing off on you. Today is Good Friday. Oh. That's not an official holiday here, though. I know, I just thought it would be nice to have a quiet day. I guess that makes sense. Did you hear? You're what? There's a rumor that Damian's been seen in town. What? I thought he was supposed to be gone forever. Well, he can't get back on campus, obviously, but he could be out there somewhere. I sit down on my bed, my pulse racing. Damian. Maybe Linda shouldn't go out tomorrow. What? Well, if he's looking around somewhere, he could be dangerous for you to go to the mall. I hope he does come to the mall, then we could kick his ass. Might not even be him, it's just a rumor. Ellen gets up her... There's a letter for me, no return address marked, but it might be something from my parents, working out the final details for my new dress. I open the letter and my heart leaps to my throat. What have you got there? Nothing. Measurements. Eh? Good, that lost her interest. Now I need some time to look this over before I can figure out how to respond, even to my roommates. It's a letter from Damian. I put some space between myself and the helpful roommates before daring to take a closer look. It's nothing like the pretty little note they sent before. This paper is nearly worn through in places where it's been scribbled on and then vigorously erased. Linda, you have every reason to despise me. I had to live like this and I can't stand by myself. I failed at everything, more than you know. I couldn't kill you. I don't believe that I'm innocent because I'm not. I wanted you dead. I should have killed you. Everything I said about dying was a lie. But you've poisoned me inside all the same. I have to see you. I need to talk to you. Please. I'm going mad. I've tried to reach the school, but I can't. I must see you. You have to come to me. You must feel this way too. I'll be waiting for you tomorrow in the woods beyond the gate. If you can reach them on foot, I swear by Earth, ancestor, and spirit, if you come to me tomorrow, I will not harm you. Yours in agony, Damian. Who does he think he is writing to me like this? What am I going to do? Let's wait until tomorrow. What he tried to do to me before, he could only do because he had consent. He'll never have that again. He sworn a solemn oath that he wouldn't harm me. And now, I need to know the truth. If Damian is even capable of telling the truth. I'm not sure I'm making the right decision. I'm not sure there is a right decision. But if I don't go to him tomorrow, I'll always wonder. For today, I'm just going to think about it, and tomorrow is tomorrow. A night of thinking about it hasn't made it easier. I didn't sleep well, and my nerves gave me nightmares of the blue hands reaching for me. Am I really going to do this? Go to Damian. Well, take a deep breath, let it out, tug my robe into place, and wait until no one is watching, and then sneak away. I pick my way through the bushes and grass, feeling a bit flushed in the warm April sun, until I reach a cleared area near the road. Hello, is anyone here? Hello? Maybe I'm in the wrong place, or maybe he's not here at all. Maybe it was just another trick. I hear rustling in the trees. Damian? He's still wearing his Falcon Hall cape and robes, even though he's no longer a student, But those robes look like they've been through a war. They're ripped around the edges, splattered with mud and specked with stray leaves and twigs. His hair has gone stringy and lank. Even his face is thinner. Linda. What happened to you? Wait, don't tell me. You decided to roll in the mud before coming to meet me so that you would look even more pathetic. I've been waiting for you. You couldn't have waited somewhere more comfortable? I can't be around people now. I need to see you. Well, you've seen me. He just stands there, staring at my face, says nothing. What's wrong with you? Who do you think you are? You tried to kill me. No. What do you mean, no? I meant I couldn't. I couldn't go through with it. You are such a liar. The only reason I'm not dead is Professor Potsdam stopped you. That dotty old fool had nothing to do with it. We've been playing cat and mouse for years. I knew she was watching me. I laid plans to obscure her scrying. She would never have found you in time. He shakes his fist in front of his face. Every drop of your magic would have been mine. Should have been mine, except you would have been gone, and I couldn't let that happen. How do you expect me to believe that? Because it's true. Every word you've ever said is a lie. Haven't you ever heard the truth makes the best lies? He sighs. I chose you for this from the beginning because that innocent wild seed gold would be easy to manipulate. I used every trick in the book on you to make you willing to do anything for me. But every story I told you had at least a little truth in it. Your unhappy childhood, the whole school being against you. You should know the truth there. Most of the school did hate me. It's the only reasons that I lied about. As for my childhood, I was a changeling child in a sense. I was raised by human cultists, programmed to serve me. What? Why? It was all part of the plan. A demon raised in a secret without a demon's weakness. Not that I knew that until I was older. Your soul was the coin that I was meant to collect. Any witch's soul willingly given, but I chose you. And that's where everything went wrong. At that time I spent you to tied me to you as well. I became fond of your company. You expect me to... Excuse me. If you didn't hear that, that was weird, but I farted. Excuse me. You expect me to believe that you set out to kill me and then you fell in love with me? Is that what this is? I don't even know. But when I saw that look in your eyes that night, when that light started to fade, I wanted to die. I wanted to kill you, and then myself. I screamed at you, but you couldn't answer. I saw you. You punched the floor. I was so angry I couldn't stop myself. But how could you see that? You were unconscious. I saw the echoes later. I guess I was putting out a lot of emotion. I couldn't bear it. I couldn't go on. I stopped the bleeding. I blocked the flow. My entire life, everything I've ever been, everything my parents' slaves ever worked for, you made me throw it all away. Don't expect me to apologize for not being dead. You are nothing. You are an ugly human girl with only a scattering of magic and completely ignorant of the world. I wish you were dead. I wish I'd never met you. Don't you see what you've done? You've taken it all away. The slaves are gone, the school is gone, my kingdom is gone. I've been living in the woods because I have nothing else because of you. I spent these past weeks half mad, wanting you to be mine, wanting you to be dead, not knowing the difference sometimes. The only thought that I could hold on to was that maybe you felt the same way. I love you, and I hate you, and I can't live without you. So here I am, broken. I know I've hurt you. I've done terrible things to you. You have every right to be angry. But you can hit me if you want. I won't fight back. I can't hurt you. Go on, hit me. Is this a trick? If I hit him, will something new and horrible happen to me? I can't trust him. I can't. Even if he said the sun was hot, he'd probably be lying. The only way to know what's true and what's lie is see how he feels. So I cast a spell of empathy, opening my senses to him. And all I feel is pain, like a wire stretched too tight, fraying ready to explode into sparks. You're serious, aren't you? I don't know. Am I? It doesn't make a difference. I don't know what to do. You could tell me that you're turning over a new leaf and that you're only going to fight for good from now on. That's not even a good lie. So what do you want from me? I want to know that you still have feelings from me. To know that I'm not alone. I do care about you. I shouldn't, but I do. And that's how I feel. I shouldn't love you, but I can't stop. There's no way to make the things right between us. What you've done, nothing can make that okay. I don't expect you to forgive me, just knowing that you'll still talk to me is enough. You're a mess, aren't you? I guess I could use a shower. Among other things. Look, I should go. I'll write you again. I don't promise an answer. I don't care. Fine. Goodbye, Damian. Be well. With my hand on my heart, I take a deep breath and try to steady myself. It's not over between us. I can't forget, and neither can he. Oh. What should I do this week? Study, fit. Sleep.
Oh, Linda, would you like to order an exam snack pack?
A what?
It's a fundraiser for the May Day Ball. We're ordering boxes of snacks for the next week, so your preparations for finals, you'll have some food and drink handy.
How much?
$5, it's really cheap.
Alright. Okay, I'll take one. I hand over my money and she writes my name down on an order pad.
I'll deliver the boxes next week, thanks.
On my way out of the room, I found a little envelope with my name on it and blue flower. It must be a note from Damian, but how did it get here? Ooh, a new secret admirer? Let me see. Wait. But before I can stop her, she snatches the envelope from my hands. Give me that back.
What's going on?
She stole my mail. I'll give it back in a minute. She opens the envelope and pulls out a card. I cringe, hoping it hasn't said anything too incriminating. Wait a minute, this card is blank. Phew.
Serves you right peeking at someone else's things.
Sorry. I grab the envelope back and stuff it into my pocket. I better get some distance between these two before I take a close look. I can't believe he would really send a blank letter. At first glance, the card inside is empty of text, but when I touch it, I see letters start to form. Dear Linda, I'm doing better now. Seeing you was the splash of cold water that I needed to drag myself from the walking nightmare that I have been living. I have begun to assemble what remains of my resources and take into a hotel room under the alias Glamour. Glamour. You should be pleased to hear that I have also had a shower and a meal, and although the food here is nothing compared to the Glen, I will need my strength in order to plan a new life. Now everything is gone. I have keyed this letter to your blood so that it should appear blank to eavesdroppers. I will write you again soon. Yours, Damian. Well, I guess he's pulling himself together a bit now. That's good, right? Sick. There's another message from Damian. This time I managed to get out of the way before prying eyes can see. Dear Linda, I don't know what to do. I was meant to be a prince of demons, ascend to power, and then carve out my own otherworld territory. And I've sworn minions and alliances waiting for my call, and a castle of my own, small and crude, only a starting point but mine. But I can't bring you there alive, not for years until you have the strength. Would you like to live in a castle? I should have asked. I can only live somewhere else, so long as you'll come and see me. I need you. I'll conquer the world for you if you want. Tell me, how can I please you? I don't know what to do. Yours, Damian. I can't tell him exactly how to please me when he hasn't left a return address. Conquer the world for me, huh? I bet he'd kill people for me if I asked him to. Oh dear, he probably would. I better get to class. Sick. Another note from Damian has arrived. Dear Linda, would you like servants? I can give you that. Would you like jewels, silk gowns, a seat in the government? Would you like to see a unicorn? They don't often leave the other world, but one could be summoned. Dragons are easier. There are Are there enemies for you that you wish for me to punish? I could crush them and force them to worship you, whichever you'd like, or anything you'd like. Anything you like, if you will be mine. I'm starting to worry about how he might think of what he might think of next to impress me. When I look outside, I can't find a note anywhere. Did I miss it? Virginia didn't say anything about finding one. I hope he hasn't run off with anything crazy. I don't have enemies for him to enslave, at least. Sleeping reduces stress. Sick. Ellen gets up early on Saturday morning and returns after the mail and allowances have been delivered. There's a letter for me. No flowers this time, but I recognize Damian's handwriting and stash it in the pocket and out of sight. I go to the library and find some privacy and quiet to look over my mail. This letter is different from the others. It's a full letter, not a card, and the top of the paper contains a return address. At last, I can write back and answer what he said. My love, you are that, don't you know? My downfall of my greatest weakness and my beloved, as the sight of you brought out my madness, brought me to a new danger. For you, you can crush me with a word. I need you more than life. It was wrong of me to offer to crush your enemies, wasn't it? I shouldn't do such things, unless you want me to. I am not that good of a person, Linda. I will never be a hero or a saint. My first impulses will always be cruel ones. But I can hold them back if you want me to. I need you to guide me. I need you to give me direction. I am lost. I have torn my world apart. Only you can put it back together. I want to pledge myself to you and only you. I want it to be public. I want everyone to see me kneel to you. I want to see that you have claimed me. To see if you and I have been defeated. I belong to you. I want to be yours and you are mine. But of course, it's too soon for you to accept my eternal fealty. I would be happy with the next best thing. I would like to be your escort to the May Day ball. Unfortunately, there is a problem with that plan. I am no longer welcome in Iris Academy grounds. Will you fight my cause with Professor Potsdam? Yours always, Damian. I sigh and fan my face absently with his letter. Oh, Damian, dramatic as always. Is he really willing to face the whole school, most of whom hate him, some of whom would probably like for him to attack him on sight, and declare he's my guy? Or is this just a trick to get Professor Potsdam to lift the wards and let him back into the school? He's fooled me before. Do I want to go to the ball with him? I still don't know what he is, not really. Some sort of prince of demons, used to servants and dark powers, and he wants to be mine, and do whatever I tell him. I could wield him like a weapon, or mold him into a better man. I mean, if we plead with Potsdam, what's the worst that could happen? She'll say no. Like, Damian has changed, hasn't he? If we reject it, it's him broken. And he's showing himself to be broken. And, this is the only way to repair him. It was Professor Potsdam who banished Damian from the school, because he was dangerous and evil. But surely she must believe the power of love. No matter what other questions there might be, I think it's clear that he does love me.
You want me to do what?
I know it sounds strange, but...
My Leverett! If I didn't know better, I would worry that he cast a spell on you. Have you so soon forgotten that Mr. Ramsey nearly killed you?
But he didn't. He couldn't. He already had changed his mind before you arrived.
Even if you believe that, he wounded you badly. Perhaps he changed his mind. Perhaps he changed it again. Could you truly trust him?
I don't know, but if he's really giving up all his evil plans and looking for a fresh start, don't you want to encourage that?
He has had 4 years of second chances. I gave him every opportunity to abandon his scheme.
You knew what he was planning to do?
I know many things. I had my hopes for that young man and his future. But the line has been crossed and I must not show him any support now.
You said yourself Damian hasn't committed any crime.
And I said myself it did not matter. Not for me and not for this school. Do you hear that, all of you?
It's only at this point that I look around and I realize that we have an audience. All the other students are staring at me as if I've lost my mind.
There are acts of which being sorry is not good enough. Gaining forgiveness is not your gaining forgiveness of your victim is not good enough. Being technically legal is not good enough. You do not cross me.
Oh! Little sparks fly from the ends of her multicolored hair. With the way she acts, sometimes it's easy to forget that she's a very old and very powerful witch.
Now, is that all you wanted?
She leaves me alone in a crowd of whispers. Damian, and brainwashing being the first among them. I guess I'll have to write Damian and tell him that he's not allowed to come to the ball. What else should I do today?